She landed in Lagos in a private jet at 4:47 a.m. By noon, she was kneeling in the dirt before a homeless man,
holding a diamond ring that cost more than most Nigerians would earn in 3 lifetimes. The woman was Evelyn Shaw, 30 years old, billionaire widow, CEO of Virago Atlantic, the largest natural gas logistics firm in North America. The man was Tajuddin Adeyemi, a recovering addict who slept beneath Echo Bridge
and talked to bottle caps like they were old friends. When she asked him to marry her, the city stopped breathing. They said she was insane.
Maybe she was. But maybe everyone else had forgotten what love looks like when it refuses to make sense. It was 38 degrees in Lagos, the kind of heat that makes even prayers sweat.
Oke Arin Market boiled with bodies, hawkers screaming, Danforth swearing.
Policemen shaking down vendors for bribes. The air smelled of suya, diesel, and desperation. No one noticed the white woman at first, and she stood beside a black Range Rover, still as a statue, pale skin, blonde hair in a tight chignon, silk blouse the color of old money, and a Patek Philippe that could fund a hospital. Her Italian heels sank into mud, but she didn't move.
This one now all you money.
I swear. She looked like FBI.
She was worth over $12.4 billion. Forbes called her unbreakable. The Economist called her the Iron Widow.
A woman who buried her husband in snow and built an empire out of grief. So what was she doing here? In the slums of Lagos, with no security, no entourage, and no plan except madness. Across the street sat a man on a broken chair, beside a gutter humming with flies, rags on his back, eyes red and lost, a plastic bag on his lap, filled with bent wires, and candy wrappers scribbled with numbers.
Once, he had designed bridges for the Lagos state government. He had a wife, Amina, and 2 little girls, until the crash.
Third Mainland Bridge. On a Saturday night, a drunk driver, 1 second, a family of 4, the next, silence and fire.
He survived and hated himself for it. Drugs, alcohol, relapse, rehab, relapse again. When the world moved on, he stayed free, talking to ghosts under a bridge. Most people called him mad. Evelyn Shaw called him familiar. She'd been watching him for months. Her driver bought fruit from this market every Thursday, and every Thursday she sat in the back seat, watching the man in the dirt. At first, pity, then curiosity, then obsession. She saw him draw blueprints in mud, precise, mathematical, brilliant. She ordered her driver to film him. She watched the videos late at night, being a billionaire studying a homeless man like a mirror. Because she too had been buried once. After Daniel Shaw died in that avalanche, she'd wanted to vanish. The difference was Prebi. She had money to disappear behind. He didn't. On a Wednesday so hot the air shimmered, Evelyn stepped out of her SUV.
She crossed the street. A bus nearly hit her. Someone shouted,
"Madam, you the craze!"
Taj didn't look up until her shadow fell across him.
I think you remember how to build things.
Who the hell are you?
The woman who's going to marry you.
Omo, this woman don't crazy. She won't carry ritualists go America.
Phones came out. TikTok, Instagram Live, thousands watching a billionaire kneel in the mud.
You want to marry me? Prove it. Go buy a ring. Kneel here. Let me see if a woman like you even knows how to persevere.
Evelyn turned, walked into a jewelry shop, and returned 5 minutes later with a diamond ring.
Without hesitation, she dropped to her knees, in the dirt, beside the gutter, in her green silk dress. The world went silent. Cameras clicked. A billion-dollar woman kneeling before a man who hadn't showered in a month. Then she calmly said,
Tajuddin Adeyemi, will you give me the honor of helping you rise again?
Yes.
She didn't take him home. Not yet. They went straight to a luxury spa on Victoria Island. The staff recoiled.
Madam, this man is my fiancé. Treat him like royalty or find new jobs by sundown.
Taj was scrubbed, shaved, detoxed, and dressed in a navy suit.
I look like someone who had a future.
You still do.
That night, her mansion on Banana Island glowed under a velvet sky. Her 17-year-old son, Reed, waited by the gate.
Phone in hand, scrolling through chaos. #SaveEvelynShaw was trending. Some said it was a PR stunt. Others said she'd lost her mind. Most said, it's always the rich ones that fall the hardest.
This him? You play games?
What?
Video games. You like aerodynamics?
Of course, sure.
Then you're in, let's go.
They disappeared into the garage. For the first time in years, Evelyn exhaled. Weeks passed. Taj retook his licensing exams. Top scores. Evelyn brought him into Virago Atlantic quietly. No press, just purpose. He reviewed plans, fixed errors no one else caught, and slowly became the rumor that walked through boardrooms. But Lagos has no secrets. One afternoon, a woman arrived at Evelyn's gate.
27, trembling, with a little girl beside her.
Tajudeen Adeyemi left me when I was 6 months pregnant. I thought he was dead. Is this true?
I was high. I didn't know. I don't understand this. Oh my God.
The woman dropped an envelope, DNA results, and left without looking back.
I have a daughter. I abandoned her.
You didn't know you were drowning.
How can you still want me after this?
Because Grace doesn't walk away when things get complicated.
The headlines exploded overnight. American billionaire engaged to Nigerian addict with secret child.
Woke fairy tale or cult romans, grace or delusion. News TVs ran panels, hashtags burned. Virago stock fell 11%. Protesters camped outside headquarters with signs like, "She kneels for clowns. Grace is not strategy."
Her PR team begged her to deny everything. She fired them all.
Then, without makeup or script, she faced 100 cameras.
I was not scammed. I was not deceived. I made a choice, Ripez, to see a human being where others saw trash.
Tajudeen Adeyemi is not broken. He is proof that grace has teeth. If love costs me, my company, my fortune, or my reputation, then it was overpriced to begin with.
The next morning,
Thank you all.
she resigned.
This has been an incredible journey.
And 3 days later,
I'll miss you.
in a quiet chapel,
She married him. No press. Just Reed, the little girl, Aisha, and a ring that had once knelt in mud.
They built a foundation called Ashes Reborn for engineers and builders who'd lost everything to grief, addiction, or war.
People mocked it as a billionaire's therapy project. 5 years later, it had rebuilt over 600 lives. Former cartel engineers from Medellin. Orphaned girls from Gaza. Evelyn stopped giving interviews. Taj started teaching again. Lagos moved on.
But some still whispered about the day the richest woman in America knelt in Lagos dirt for a madman.
Years later, their garden hummed with laughter. Children from the foundation built tiny bridges out of soda cans. Taj's hands trembled from nerve damage. Evelyn's hair had gone silver, but when he looked at her, the madness was still there to sting. Only now, it was holy.
Do you regret it?
That day? Only that I didn't do it sooner.
Grandpa!
Look.
A drawing. A woman kneeling. A man in rags. A ring glinting in the sun.
Above it,
Sometimes, the ones who kneel are the strongest.
Evelyn laughed. Taj took her hand. Inside, a news anchor's voice floated through the window.
This week, Ashes Reborn announces its first bridge project in Syria.
But neither of them listened. They were already building something invisible, something eternal.
If this story made you feel something, share it. Someone out there still believes they're too
Far gone. Let this remind them grace is real. And sometimes scandal is just resurrection in disguise. Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe. See you in the next story.